And as you feel your butt reaching further back, feel your shoulders and chest relaxing more down. And then just taking a few moments to tune into your breath. And just starting to notice the rhythm and the pace of your breath today. So not necessarily trying to alter it or change it in any way, but just tuning in. And then even though our bodies are present here on the mat, and sometimes, particularly at the start of class, it can take a little while for the minds to catch up. We might still be busy at work. We might already have jumped ahead to the things we have to do after class. So see if you can just begin to connect body and mind together using the breath. And seeing if we can keep the breath nice and even tonight. So the inhales are matching the length, the width, the depth of the exhales. And keeping the breath moving in and out through the nose. Helping to bring more calmness, more relaxation. So that when we come to more challenging poses tonight, we don't automatically get stuck straight in the head thinking that we can't do it or that it's too hard. By focusing on the breath, we can realize that our body is capable of so much more than we usually give it credit for. And as always, moving in a way tonight that feels good for you, that feels beneficial, nourishing. Not in a way that forces or fights with your body to pressure it into poses. We want to feel the stretch and we want to feel the body strengthening, but gradually over time. So coming here tonight to feel good in our poses so that we feel good about ourselves. Doesn't matter what your pose looks like. Doesn't matter if it looks completely different to everybody else's. If it feels good for you, then that's the perfect pose. And from here, we're going to do like a reverse cat-cow sort of movement. So reach your hands all the way out in front. And then spread the fingertips super wide. Good. And then from here, feel like the back of your body, like the back of the chest, leading forward. So you're arching to a cat pose. So use your inhale and arch all the way up into your cat pose. Chin is tucked under. Good. And then on the exhale, come into the cow pose and slide the butt all the way back again into child's pose. Perfect. So again like that, inhale and round up into the cat. So tucking the chin into the chest and arching. And then on the exhale, lift the butt and hips, lower the belly and glide all the way back. Beautiful. One more like that. Inhale, rounding forward and feel that arch in the back. And then on the exhale, lift the hips, lower the belly and slowly glide all the way back. Really anchoring the fingers to the ground, so all 10 of them. Inhale again, rounding forward, passing through the cat pose. And then on the exhale, chest, chin to the ground. So tuck your toes under and bring the chest in between the thumbs. So the chest comes in between the thumbs. Chin reaches out in front. And inhale, scoop forward into cobra pose, pressing the hips and the big toes down. And then exhale to lower. Tuck your toes under and inhale, push all the way back to child's pose. And next inhale, rounding forward again through the cow cat pose. So feeling the chin into the chest, the broadening of the upper back. On the exhale, chest, chin. So stick your butt up, squeeze the elbows into the sides of the body. Inhale, scoop forward for cobra, keeping the neck nice and long. And then exhale to lower. Tuck the toes, inhale, push back all the way into child's pose. And take an exhale here as you spread the fingers nice and wide, and one more like that. So inhale, round forward. Really press the fingers in, tuck the chin in and arch through the back. On the exhale, chest, chin into the ground. Stick your butt up super high. Feel the elbows pressing along the sides of the body. Inhale, scoop forward for cobra. But press the lower half of the body in, keep the neck long. And then exhale to fold. Tuck the toes, inhale, press back into child's pose. And this time on the exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips, and come all the way up into downward dog. Guys, on the inhale, round forward into plank pose. And on the exhale, lift the butt and hips and push all the way back, downward dog. Again like that, so inhale, maybe starting to round forward, kind of like we did in the cat pose as you come into the plank. And then on the exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips, all the way back. And one more like that, so inhale, round or ripple forward, press all 10 fingers in, strong through the legs. Exhale, lift the butt and hips, all the way back. Beautiful. Adjust the hands if you need to. On your inhale, Amanda, are they your toes or your socks? I love it. Inhale, round forward all the way to plank pose. On the exhale, knees, chest, chin, all the way down, sorry. Inhale, scoot forward to cobra. Exhale to lower. Inhale, tuck the toes, press all the way back for child's pose. And exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips, all the way up. Good, again like that. So round, ripple forward into the plank. On the exhale, slowly with your breath, lower down knees, chest, chin, all the way out in front. Use your toes to press you forward into the cobra and keep the neck nice and long as you draw the shoulders away. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press back, child's pose. And then exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips, all the way up. One more like this, so slow. Use your whole inhale breath, ripple forward, plank pose, and keep it really strong and active. Then exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin. Good. Inhale, scoop forward for cobra. Squeeze the shoulders together. Yes. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press back for child's pose. And exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips, all the way downward dog. And then pausing in your downward dog just for a few breaths. So make sure that you spread all 10 fingers. And you're really pressing down through the thumb and the pointer finger. So this is where we'll be strongest in the hand. And then feel sort of some space in the wrist joint by drawing your shoulders further away from your ears. Feel your butt reaching higher up. It's hot now already, isn't it? The knees can be as bent as you like, doesn't matter. And the heels can be as close or as far away from the ground as you like, it doesn't matter. We want to create more of like that inverted V shape in the body. Good. So any movements that feel nice in this pose, if it feels nice to sort of sway the hips from side to side or pedal the feet, if it feels nice to sort of dip one knee towards the opposite side, maybe it feels nice to lift both of the heels up. Got hot quickly, huh? So anything that feels good in your downward facing dog. I like having the mirror behind there so we can see from every angle. So sometimes it feels really nice to bend one knee deeply and swap over to the other. Sometimes it feels nice to sort of sway both hips or both knees to one side. Can feel really good. So anything that just feels nice in your body to find a little bit more length, a little bit more space, a little bit more release. Good. And pausing in your downward dog and bringing the big toes together to touch. On the inhale, lift the heels as high off the ground as they will go, and then press your chest further back towards your thighs. Good. On the exhale, walk 1 foot at a time all the way to the top of the mat. So nice and slow. See if you can take 75 little steps all the way to the top of the mat, all the while pressing strongly through the fingertips. And then to your ragdoll once you arrive at the top of the mat. So bend the knees, rest your belly on your thighs, and either let the hands dangle out in front or hold on to opposite elbows, either in front of the shins or behind. Maybe clasp the fingers around the back of the head and let the arms be enough to just gently draw down on the spine. And then here, any swaying or any movement that feels nice. So if it feels good to sort of sway the head from side to side, just to make sure that the neck muscles are really relaxed. So you'll feel it, like you'll feel if there's any tension in the neck from holding it up. Take the gaze either towards like the back of the mat or up towards your belly button. And then feel that sort of difference that makes. And then at the same time, draw the shoulders just a little bit further away from the ears. And then it's really common in forward folds to let like the front of the body sort of just hang out and not do much. So draw your belly in. And this will help to protect the lower back. And then activate your quad muscles. And this will help to lengthen a little bit more through the hamstrings rather than in the back of the knee. So if you feel the stretch at all like stingy or sharp in the back of the knee, bend your knees more and bring your weight more forward onto your toes. And then like the meaty part of the butt that you sit on, lift that more towards the ceiling. So then we never have to worry about straightening the legs. We can probably even find a deeper stretch in like the meaty part of the muscle. Even weight on the feet. Eyes are open and breath is even. And then release the hands out in front. And for this first one, we'll roll up. So tuck the chin to the chest and bend the knees a lot. On your inhale, slowly, super slow, roll all the way up. Keep the chin touching the chest and the arms close to the sides of the body. And then roll the shoulders once you arrive. And arms down. Good. It's warm here now. Right, okay. Good. You're warmer, so is it? Okay. Good. Feel the fingertips reaching down, the belly's in, and the hips are just a little bit forward. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Look towards your fingertips. Interlace the fingers and invert the palms to the ceiling. On the exhale, side bend towards the right. Maybe push the hips a little bit to the left, but keep even weight in both feet. Inhale all the way back up. And exhale all the way over to the other side. Keep the belly in and the front of the body, yes, nice Pam, facing towards the front of the room. Inhale to center, and then exhale, swan dive forward. So reach the hands away from you, like trying to close two doors or something are trying to close in on you. So we get a little wrist flex as well. Inhale for halfway lift once you arrive. So connect to something. It doesn't matter if it's the legs or the ground, but draw your shoulder blades more together and lift the chest. So we create like a nice straight or neutral spine. Yeah, good. And then exhale to fold. Again like that. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold, and then one more. So inhale, lengthening everything. So as your butt pushes more back, reach the crown of your head more forward and feel the space, front, back and sides of the body. Exhale and fold. Plant the palms. Take a big step back with the right leg. Nice. And then drop the right knee down. Adjust the right hand. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Even weight in both of the legs. Good. Draw the belly in. Nice. So draw your shoulder blades together, and if it's good for the neck, look up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way up for low lunge, maybe watching the fingertips. And exhale, hands come down. Plant the palms. Inhale, step back into tabletop. And then exhale, chest chin again, like we did at the start. So feel your elbows brush along the sides rather than out. Inhale, scoop forward for cobra. Maybe this time hovering the hands, so that way we really get into the back muscles rather than the arm strength. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press back to child's pose. And then from here, so we press back to child's pose first, because then your body's already on like that angle that we're looking for in downward dog. So from here, we just have to lift the knees. And then we can pause wherever it feels good for us. So then we're not sort of encouraged to work on having straight legs, but more so a straight spine. Press all 10 fingers in. And then when you're ready, inhale the right leg up for three-legged dog. Keep both of your hips nice and even, and keep the right foot really, really active. So flex the toes so they look directly towards the ground. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then one more like that. Inhale, maybe lift just a little bit higher. Both legs are strong. And on the exhale, bend the right knee. Take a big step forward as you drop the left leg down. Right hand again. Inhale, sweeps up. So taking a little twist this time. Even weight in both legs. Bring your foot a little bit more forward. Is it slippery with your socks? No, it's all right. Good. And then look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower down. Draw your belly in, both hands for a low lunge. Sweep all the way up. So creating more space in the sides of the body. Feel your hips sort of sink down and feel your fingertips reach up. Exhale, hands down. Bring them a little bit more forward in front of your right toes. And on the inhale, lift the left knee and come forward into a halfway lift. So as you lift the chest forward, push your left toes further back. Yeah, nice, Sue. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. So both feet are on the ground and let the head hang nice and heavy. Bend the knees a ton with a nice neutral spine. Come all the way up to standing. Deep breath in. Take the fingers wide and high, maybe gaze up. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Even weight. I like your toe rings, Shelley. So pretty. Inhale, sweep the hands up. If you remember what way you interlaced your fingers last time, do it the opposite way. If you have no idea, it's probably like just do it without thinking and then move over one. And then cross the thumbs. And then invert. Good. And then exhale, side bend towards the right. Keep the belly in, so this will help to protect the lower back. Inhale, reach up first, so lengthen, and then on the exhale, side bend. Good. Inhale to center, and then exhale, swan dive again. So really reach the arms away, draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen as you lower all the way down. Inhale for halfway lift. Good. And then two more like that. Exhale. So inhale, lengthening the body. So use your fingertips either on the ground or your shins to create a little more length. And exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Good. Plant the palms, big step back with the left leg. And then drop the left knee. So just the left arm. Inhale, sweep up. Notice if your belly kind of just hangs out and does nothing here, and if it does, draw it in. And that usually gives us a little bit more space and a little bit more protection for the lower back. Draw the shoulders together. Have I got my lefts and rights wrong, Shaya, or am I doing all right? And then exhale, lower down. Both hands sweep up. So use your front foot to press forward and down into the mat. And reach a little higher with the fingers. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step back into tabletop. And then exhale, chest chin. So use a full breath to lower you down. No rush. Inhale to scoop forward. Again, maybe hovering the hands. Draw your belly in and keep the neck long, so look towards the top of the mat. Exhale and lower. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press back into child's pose. And then again from here, you're already in the right position for down dog. All we have to do is lift the knees. So that way the back stays nice and neutral. Offers just a little bit more support for the lower back. Even weight in the fingers. When you're ready, on an inhale, the left leg lifts. So slow. And use your full exhale breath to lift the leg up there and then flex the toes back towards the ground. Deep breath in, pressing your chest a little further back towards your right thigh. Good, guys. One more inhale. And then on the exhale, take a big step forward, bending the left knee and dropping the right knee as you go. Again, with the left hand, inhale, sweep all the way up. Keep the belly in. Maybe watch the fingertips as you reach up and twist just a little. Exhale and lower. Both arms. Inhale, sweep up. So as you feel the fingertips reach up, feel the shoulders plug down. Yeah. Exhale, hands come down. A little bit more forward in front of the left toes. So inhale, lift the right leg. And then rather than sort of like using momentum to kick into it, just bend into the left knee a little more and see if we can float then the right toes up. Yeah. Nice. Really good. And then drop the right hip a little. So squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Reach the chest more forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the head hang heavy. Bend the knees a ton. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Good, guys. Look towards the fingertips. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Cross just the thumbs over this time. And squeeze the upper arms to the ears. Draw the shoulders down. Deep breath in, lengthen. Yes. And then exhale all the way over, maybe pressing the hips in the opposite direction. Inhale to center. And exhale all the way over to the opposite side. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, just one breath. Exhale and fold. Plant the palms. Big step back with the right leg and drop the right knee again. Inhale, the left hand sweeps all the way up. Just the left one. And feel that twist in the middle of the body. Draw your belly button in. Maybe hover the right hand off of the mat without changing the pose too drastically. So that way we can just check in and make sure that there's more even weight spread between our legs, spread between our arms, and spread between our core. Perfect shape. One more deep breath in. And then exhale to lower down. Inhale, sweep both of the arms all the way up. On the exhale, the left hand will come down by the side of our hip for like a side bend sort of variation. So maybe the left hand reaches towards the ground. Keep sinking into the left knee and reaching the right hand up and over. Yeah, so more towards Ella rather than me. Yeah, perfect. Keep the chest opening to the front of the room. Use your belly, engage the core. Inhale, sweep both hands all the way up. And then on the exhale, prayer twist. So hook your right elbow outside of the left knee. Yeah, right elbow, left knee. I hope that's right. Good. And then if you notice your belly just hanging up on your thigh, lift the belly a little and then encourage the twist just a little more with your elbows. Yes. Maybe taking the gaze towards the back of the room. Keep the shoulder blades gently drawing together. Your arms moving parallel or in opposite directions, I guess. There's one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way up. Look up. And exhale, hands come down either side of the front foot. Inhale, step back, tabletop. And then just like the first two rounds, slowly chest chin towards the ground. I didn't put my hand on airplane mode, sorry guys. Inhale, scoot forward with the cobra. Maybe hovering the hand. And if the shoulders are like creeping up, draw them down and lengthen the neck. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes. Inhale, child's pose. And then exhale, lift the butt, lift the hips all the way up. Beautiful. Just check in with your fingertips and make sure the pinky, the ring finger, the middle, pointer and thumb are all evenly pressing down just to protect the wrists. From here, bring the feet a little closer towards each other, and then on an inhale, lift the right leg for three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend the right knee and open the hips up. So stack your left, or your right hip, on top of the left, and bring your right heel even closer towards your right thigh. Maybe even peek out underneath the right underarm. So keep your chest pressing back, even weight in both of the hands. Deep breath in. On the exhale, take a big step forward with the right foot. Big step forward, and then lower the left knee down. Good. The right hand, inhale, sweeps up. Good. That's the one. Nice. And then from here, maybe again hovering the left hand off of the mat without changing too much in the pose. So you want even strength in both of the legs, the middle of your body, and both of the arms. One more deep breath in. And exhale to lower down. Good. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way up for a low lunge. And then on the exhale, the right hand comes down by the side of the body. So different side, maybe it's a little easier to come to the ground, maybe not. Keep sinking into the right knee and keep the belly in. And then arch over to the side, so feeling that nice stretch down the whole left side. Guys, use your core strength. Inhale, sweep both hands back up. On the exhale, prayer twist, hook your left elbow outside of the right knee. Good. And then use that hook to encourage the twist a little bit more. So you want to feel a good twist, not like a stingy twist. You want to be able to breathe through it. So feel the shoulder blades gently drawing together. Even weight. If you notice that all of the weight is in your left knee, just press your toes or the top of your left foot into the ground a little more. That will help to activate the back leg just a little bit. Take one more deep breath in. And one more out. Inhale, sweep both hands all the way up. Exhale, hands come down either side of the front foot, but just a little bit more forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, lean your body weight forward. Inhale for halfway lift. Yes, nice. And then exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Bring the big toes together and the heels just a little bit apart. Bend the knees a ton, so even probably more than you want to. Yes, I like it. Inhale, sweep all the way up, chair pose. Good. And then have a little peek down. All 10 toes are visible, peeking out in front of the knees. If they're not, sink your butt back a little bit. And then hopefully even weight in the feet. So not too much weight in the heels, not too much weight in the toes, but nice and even. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, sit all the way down. All the way down. Yes. And then inhale, easy boat pose. So flex the toes so they look back at you. And then sort of just like gently look at the 2 big toes. Draw the knees a little more in towards the chest. Shoulders down and back. Deep breath in. Exhale, feet come down, knees come wide, all the way back up into chair pose. No. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Plant the palms, big step back with the left leg. So that same sort of series on this side. So drop the left knee down, just the right hand. Inhale, sweep up first. Keep the belly in. Maybe hover the left hand off of the mat. So both arms, as much as you press down with the left hand, that's as much as you're reaching up with the right hand. One more inhale. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way up. So this time cross the thumbs over, squeeze the arms to the ears, and on the exhale, side bend over the bent knee. Over the bent knee towards the right. Keep your right knee facing forward and pressing in towards the middle. Inhale to center. Exhale, hooking the left elbow outside of the right knee. And then use that hook, maybe bringing the thumbs a little closer towards the center of the chest. Continue to lengthen the spine by pushing your butt back and your crown of the head forward. Good, guys. Deep breath in.
Left knee.
Does it hurt my left knee? Push your foot more into the ground. Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah.
So then there's hardly any weight on the knee? Yeah, cool. Good. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way back up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step back into tabletop. And then exhale, chest chin to the ground. Nice and slow. Stick the butt up super high. Inhale, scoop forward, cobra pose. Keep the neck long, so look down and keep the shoulders down. Exhale to fold. Tuck the toes. Inhale for child's pose. And exhale, lift the bum, lift the hips all the way up. Downward facing dog. Good. Even weight, all 10 fingertips. I bang on about that a lot, right? But it's easy to put more weight in the wrists, and then over time, and usually it doesn't take long, like 2, 3, 4 classes, we start to develop that really sore wrist. And it's like, it's ruining my wrist. But it's just because it's easy to dump into there, and it's harder to use our fingertips. So stay focused and stay conscious of where you're distributing your weight. Bring your feet a little closer towards the midline. Yeah, more towards each other. And then when you're ready, inhale and lift the left leg, the left leg all the way up. On the exhale, bend the left knee and open the hips. Good, so bringing your left heel even closer towards your left bum. So we really feel that thigh stretch. Keep your chest pressing back towards your right thigh. Maybe even peeking out underneath the left underarm. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, take a big step forward as you lower the right knee down. Good. Inhale, the left hand sweeps all the way up. Good. Drawing the shoulder blades together, maybe hovering the right hand off of the mat. Good. Without changing the pose too much. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower down. Even weight through both of the legs. So yeah, just like you said, Amanda, press your heel further back and then that will fire up the quad more. Yeah. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Good. Palms touch. If you remember which way you cross the thumbs, cross them the other way. And then exhale, side bend over the bent knee. And so keep sinking into the front knee and feel that nice stretch down the whole side of the right side of your body. Inhale to center. And then exhale, prayer twist, hook your right elbow outside of the left knee. Good, guys. And then your back foot and your front foot, without actually moving them off of the ground, draw them towards each other. And feel how that might give you just a little bit more sort of lightness or buoyancy in the pose. Draw the belly in a little more, maybe look towards the back of the room as you encourage the twist. Inhale, sweep both of the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands come down a little bit more forward in front of the left toes. Inhale to lift the back knee into your halfway lift. So really squeezing both of your inner thighs towards each other, keeping the right leg super active. Deep breath in. And exhale to forward fold at the top of the mat. Big toes are touching, hinge just a little bit apart. Bend the knees a ton. Inhale, sweep up, chair pose. And then tuck the butt under just a little. Arms are super strong. Look down. All 10 toes are visible. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, sit all the way down. Inhale, easy boat pose. On the exhale, lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the shoulders lifted. Inhale. Exhale, come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, inhale at the top. Exhale, feet come down, knees come wide. Inhale, all the way up. Yes, all the way back up to chair pose. Good. Exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, 1 breath. Exhale to fold, plant the palms. Bend the knees a ton so that we're just sort of perching up on our heels, I guess. So we're stepping or jumping back into plank or into chaturanga. So from here, it's much nicer to jump for our shoulders and for our wrists. Oh, I thought you jumped already. Wow. So when we jump back into plank from here, it's sort of just like, it's like a burpee pose, I guess, right? Like half a burpee. So you can jump back like that. If you want to jump back chaturanga, bend the elbows as you go so that you'll land with the feet and the elbows bent at the same time. It's nicer for the shoulders this way rather than sort of coming from up here and our feet lift off of the ground. That's a lot of weight on our shoulders. So low. And if you don't want to be a jumper, step back, plank, chaturanga, and then we'll come into our upward facing dog together. So you choose. Meeting in upward facing dog with the tops of the feet on the ground and the palms on the ground. So feel your knees lifting. At the same time, feel the hips dropping. Chest is reaching forward, shoulders are squeezing together. Yes, roll over the toes all the way back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And then deep breath out. Keep the chest pressing back towards your thighs. Bring your feet towards each other so big toes are touching. Inhale, lift the heels super high. On the exhale, bend the knees. So you're like a little spring. Look forward and then either step or jump or hop or float all the way to the top of the mat. Yeah, guys. And then exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees a ton so we get more power in the legs and it's nicer for the lower back to come up to standing this way. Really feel the strength in the legs. Reach the arms high. Exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Keep the belly in. Look towards the fingers. Inhale, sweep up. On the exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the palms, bend the knees a ton. Step, jump, hop, float, whatever you like. Back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. So slide your body weight more forward. Press the chest more forward and feel that arch in the lower back. And then exhale over the toes, all the way back for downward facing dog. Bring the toes together again. Inhale, high tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Good, definitely look forward. And then on the no breath, step forward or jump or float all the way to the top. And then forward fold, let the head hang heavy. So keep the knees bent. So much nicer for the lower back. Keep the weight even in the feet. If it feels nice to sway or to shimmy, to roll the shoulders, to swing from side to side, anything that feels nice. Keep the breath flowing slowly, smoothly and evenly. So if at any time you notice that the heart rate sort of creeps up, or you notice the mind gets a little bit foggy or a little bit cloudy, come back to your breath. And just notice whichever breath it is that you're on and gain control of it. Helps us to focus, helps us to draw us back to this moment. Guys, bend the knees a ton. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to standing. Lengthening the sides of the body as you reach high. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. How did you get back there? Inhale, sweep the hands. On the exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold. Keep the body nice and long. Use your whole breath to lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the palms. Take a big step back with the right leg and stay up high on the right tippy toes. The left hand, inhale, sweeps up. Good. So as much as your left knee presses forward, push your right heel further back and lift your right knee. Draw your belly in. And the same deal as we did with our knee down. See if you can hover the right hand off of the ground without changing the pose too much. Deep breath in. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, sweep both of the hands up for one high lunge. Good. On the exhale, the left hand comes down, the right hand comes up and over. So maybe the left hand touches, maybe does not. Is that opposite, Amanda, I think? Yeah. Good. And then keep the chest pressing forward. So rather than like a back bend, it's more of a side bend. Keep the right leg really strong. Use your core strength. Inhale, sweep both hands up. Exhale, prayer hands and twist. Hook your right elbow outside of the left knee. Good. Either staying here or inhale, open the hands up nice and wide. So the left arm directly up towards the ceiling, the right arm directly down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. One more deep breath in. Good. The socks make it slippery. And then exhale, hands return, prayer hands. Inhale, sweep both of the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down either side of your front foot. Step back into plank pose on the inhale. And then on the exhale, either full chaturanga or half. So if you want to go full chaturanga, bring the body weight more forward, but keep the heels pressing back. Then when you lower down, pause when the shoulders are in line with the elbows. Yes, Shelly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders together, draw the belly in. Exhale, over the toes, all the way back. Downward facing dog. On the inhale, the right leg lifts, three-legged dog. On the exhale, bend the right knee and open the hips up. This time, look underneath the left underarm. So you're looking for your toes. Bringing your right heel even closer towards your right butt. Lift the right knee even higher towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. On the exhale, take a big step forward. Big step forward towards the top of the mat. Nice. And then bring your right hand a little bit more right and a little bit more forward. So either onto the ground or onto the block, doesn't matter. Bring the left hand to the left hip. More weight into the right foot. And then inhale, halfway lift, come forward. And then on the exhale, start to open up into half moon. So starting to stack the left hip on top of the right. Keep the gaze down and have that triangle of like stability, foot, hand, gaze. Keep the left leg really active. Maybe lifting the left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Maybe hovering the right hand off of the ground. Keeping the belly in, keeping the spine nice and long. Yes, deep breath in. On the exhale, bend the right knee, step all the way back, warrior two pose. Nice, guys. How's your knee, Sue?
No, good.
That one's all right?
Got a bit lost there.
Yeah. Look directly over the front fingertips. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, flip the front palm. The legs stay exactly as they are. Feel the left hand sneaking a little bit more further down the left leg and the right arm all the way over. Yes. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, hands come down either side of the front foot, a little bit more forward. Inhale, step forward into halfway lift, lifting the left leg. And exhale to fold. And bend the knees a ton. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Good, so bring the right knee into the chest. I'm going to do the opposite to you guys, so we'll do the same. So the right knee comes into the chest here. And draw your belly in, yeah? And then keep the spine up nice and straight. So interlace your fingers and place them either underneath the ball of your foot or underneath the back of your thigh. And since we're on I think we've all got pretty squishy backs and the carpet is squishy and it's like a plain wall, so if you can find a little mark or something to focus on, it'll make it a little bit easier. So find your focus first. Find your balance first. And then wherever you have hold of the leg doesn't matter, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, maybe start to extend without sort of doing that in the pose. So we want to keep the body up nice and tall. Good. Squeezing the thighs towards each other. Bring the hands into the center of the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. And inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the palms. Big step back with the left leg. High on the left tippy toes. Inhale, just the right hand all the way up. Good. And then active through both legs. So push the left heel more back. Press the right knee more forward. Activate the core muscles and maybe hover the left hand just a tiny bit off of the ground. Yeah. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down. High lunge. Inhale, sweep both of the arms all the way up. Strong through both legs. Then on the exhale, a side bend. So the right hand comes down, maybe to the ground, maybe not, maybe to a block. The left hand comes all the way up and over. So keep both of the legs moving evenly in opposite directions. But use your core strength. Inhale, sweep both hands back up. On the exhale, hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. Draw the belly in, and on your inhale, maybe open the arms up. So you'll reach the right hand up and the left hand down. Notice what happens to the back leg though, so keep it nice and active. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, return to the prayer hands. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down either side of the front foot. Inhale, step back into plank. Good. And then your choice, either half chaturanga or full. Move slow and pause when the shoulders are in line with the elbows. And then inhale, upward facing dog. So press the tops of the feet in. Lift the knees. Lower the hips and reach the chest more forward. Exhale, over the toes. And all the way back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Deep breath out. And on the inhale, when you're ready, the left leg lifts. Three-legged dog. And on the exhale, bend the left knee and open the hips. Too hot, you need the heels all right. I'll get warm. It's hot. I'm hot. You're hot, are you, love? We're getting under pressure. You're putting under pressure. This is our last sort of easy one before we come down, so it might be alright. Take a deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Last one, sorry guys. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, take a big step forward. Big step forward towards the top of the mat. Nice. And then from here, I ran the wrong way. And from here, bring your body weight a little bit more forward and bring the left hand a little bit more forward. I think this is where we went next. I hope this is where we went next, was it? Did we do something else? Yeah. Is that? I hope so. Maybe. So start to lean the body weight more forward and come into your halfway lift first. Then on the exhale, begin to open the hips up. So keep your right leg super, super active. And then continue to extend through the spine. So this will help us. So the chest and the forehead come more forward. And press your right toes further back. Maybe the right hand reaches up towards the ceiling and draw the shoulder blades together. Maybe the left hand hovers off of the ground. And if you fall, who cares? No big deal. So lift your hand off of the ground if you want to, knowing full well that you'll fall, and be okay with that. 2 hands on the ground maybe. And start again. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bend into the left knee all the way back, warrior 2. All the way back. So a really nice, big, long stance. Yeah, straighten the back leg. Yeah, beautiful. Look directly over the front fingertips. Draw the belly in. On the exhale, flip the front palm and reverse. So sink a little bit further into the front knee. Reach a little bit further down the back leg. And inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, hands come down either side of the front foot, but a little bit more forward. Rather than using momentum, use your core strength. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, just one breath. exhale and fold. Good, heel toe, the feet apart. So they're probably a little bit further than hip distance. Toes are out and heels are in. And then squat down. Try a little Indo squat, frog squat maybe. And then bring the hands into the center of the chest and use your elbows to gently encourage the knees open. And then lift the chest a little bit more. So drop your butt and then lean back. So almost like, except you, Sue, yeah? This is all right for this, yeah? Yeah. Okay, good. You get like a foot stretch as well in this one. And bring the hands open nice and wide. So still using them to encourage the knees open. Look towards the right fingertips. Inhale, sweep the right hand all the way up. And exhale, lower down. Nice, look towards the left fingertips. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale to lower down. And then we missed one on the other side. Hands out in front, toes forward. Lucky we can just sneak it in here. Inhale, lift the butt and hips. And exhale to fold. Wiggle the feet towards each other. Bend the knees a ton. Inhale all the way up to standing. But we were nearly there. Exhale, hands into the center of the chest. So your left leg, we're going to bend the left knee into the chest. We're going to this one on the other side. And then flex the toes. Interlace your fingers, if you remember, the opposite way now. So either holding onto the back of your thigh or holding onto the ball of your foot. So find your stability first. And then feel the spine nice and straight first. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, maybe start to extend forward. So without sort of bowing through the back. So it doesn't matter if your leg gets straight or not. Keep the spine up nice and tall. Flex the toes. Okay, then release. Hands into the center of the chest, straighten the leg all the way up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other and feel that foot lifting higher up towards the ceiling. Even if you can see it lowering towards the ground, keep it nice and active. Take a deep breath in and exhale, lower down. And look towards your fingertips. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, just one breath. And exhale to fold. Again, heel toe, the feet apart. About hip distance, toes out, heels are in. Second time, squat all the way down. Sorry, Sue. Made us get there and then up, down, up, down. Use the elbows again. Good. One last one. Bring the hands out to the sides. Look towards the right fingertips. Inhale, sweep the right hand all the way up. On the exhale, either choose to stay or take the bind. So wrap the right hand around your lower back. Maybe wrap the left arm around the knee. So if you're taking the bind around the knee, keep the chest opening up towards the ceiling. Keep the belly in. Yeah. Inhale, open the hands. Is your foot all right?
Yeah, just
Like pressure on it, sort of? Yeah, I get that.
Gym?
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not even like, it's sort of pain. But
Yeah, I know exactly the same thing, and it's like in here, sort of.
Yeah.
I think it's when we do this because we put more weight in just that part of the foot, and so it must pinch like a little nerve or press on something. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to feel that. The left hand all the way up, and on the exhale, wrap the left hand around the lower back, and wrap the right arm maybe around the left knee or the right knee. If you're bound, use that to inhale and open the chest a little bit more up. Draw the belly in. Guys, inhale, open the hands wide. And exhale to lower down. Sit all the way down. Into the butterfly. And then just pulse the knees a little bit. Just to, whoa, yeah, you're about to take off in your butterfly. Just a little bit. And still keep the body up nice and tall. So pretend you're leaning against the wall. And that seems to sort of straighten the arms out and brings that natural curve back into our spine. Starting to slow the little butterfly wings down a little. Tucking the chin into the chest. And closing the eyes. So we're going to take a forward fold. We're going to have our eyes closed and we're going to keep the chin into the chest. So when we come into our forward folds, it's really common to sort of round the spine just so we can get the head closer to the ground, but it doesn't really matter how close we get to the ground here. We want to keep the spine up nice and tall. So chin to chest like you're trying to make a double chin. Knees are opening out towards the sides. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly start to hinge from the hips and come forward. But keep the spine lengthening and keep the sides of your body lengthening. So So the moment you feel your lower back sort of bow, come out of the pose just slightly and straighten up a little. So this way it's much easier to get breath into the body. It's much easier for our energy to flow if we keep everything open and spacious rather than trying to compress and shorten things. So stay with your breath. It's the most important thing. Remembering it doesn't matter what the pose looks like, so it doesn't matter how far you forward fold. And then if we close our eyes, or since we have our eyes closed, we take that visual element or aspect out of it. So it becomes less about how far we can go or how far anyone else can go, and it becomes more about how it feels in our body. And that's the most important one. If it feels good for you. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. And slowly on the inhale, start to rise back up. Bringing the hands all the way behind and coming all the way down. Reclining butterfly all the way down. And then holding either opposite wrists or opposite elbows above your head. Drawing the belly in just a little bit, so that if you feel that really deep bowing in the lower back, like that really big arch, just tilt your pelvis a little bit more forward and engage the inner thighs just a little bit. And you'll feel the lower back come a little closer to the ground. Tuck the chin into the chest. Maybe allow the eyes to close. Starting to slow everything down. So if you want to grab for your socks or for your jumpers, pull the feet up a little bit. Otherwise, if you feel cool, you can stay. And start to draw the knees towards each other. And take the feet just a little bit further apart than hip distance. So the feet are a little bit wider, soles of the feet are flat on the ground. And then with the feet staying wide, let both of the knees fall over to the right. Both of the knees all the way over to the right. And then take the gaze towards the left. So this sort of just releases anything in the lower back, releases anything in the front of the hips, the front of the thigh, for the areas that can become really tight. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale all the way over to the opposite side. And take the gaze towards the right. Now this side might feel completely different. Might feel a little similar. Just breathing into what you feel on this side. Use your inhale slowly back to center. One more each side, but just with a little different variation. So drop both of the knees all the way over to the right. This time, maybe hook the right ankle over the left thigh. That's why we keep the feet just a little bit more wider. And then without any sort of like pressure or force, the weight of that right leg alone should be plenty to draw down on the left hip and on the left thigh. So focus more on your breath. And see if you can start to increase the length of the inhales. And see if you can start to increase the length of the exhales. So that maybe the exhales start to become a little bit longer. Even if it's just by like 1/8 of a second or something. Just slightly longer. Releasing the hook. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. One last one, all the way over to the left. And then maybe hooking the left ankle on top of the right thigh here. No force, just letting the weight be enough. And if you feel like the right shoulder is really lifted off of the ground, or the right upper back, middle back, focus on drawing that a little more towards the ground, but just by using your breath. So every inhale, feel that spaciousness, that openness. And then every exhale, feel that softening and that release in the body. Good. Unhook your foot. Inhale, come back to center. Keep the feet wide and then just let the knees fall in towards each other to touch. We're preparing for our Savasana, so anything going on in the lower back, this one will be really, really comfy. You can bring your hands down by the sides of your body with the palms facing up. You can choose to stay in this leg variation. You can take the butterfly if that felt really nice in the hips. Got it. And then you can start to make your way to full Savasana by straightening the legs all the way out. And then just gently roll the head from side to side until you find somewhere that's comfy in the center. Let the fingertips curl in. And let your toes fall out towards the sides. And let the whole body rest heavy. Let yourself not be drawn to the past. Not be propelled ahead into the future. But just allow yourself to completely absorb the benefits of the practice. Gift yourself this time that is completely for you. Gradually starting to increase the length, the width and the depth of your breath. And when you breathe in, feeling your belly fully expand, your chest expand. And when you breathe out, really letting yourself breathe out, emptying the body completely. And feeling this full, deep and even breath begin to reawaken the body. Feeling the breath moving effortlessly through every part of you. Starting to make little movements with the fingers and with the toes. Just these little gentle flickers of movement, helping to reawaken the body. Staying with your breath, feeling its soothing, relaxing rhythm. Gradually making the movements in the toes and the fingers a little bit more, so maybe into the ankles, into the wrists, into the knees, into the elbows. Tuning in to these movements. And when you're ready, reaching the hands all the way overhead, lengthening the body entirely and pointing the toes all the way to the front of the room. And breathing into all of this space. Then on an exhale, draw the knees into the center of the chest. And if it feels good for you, roll to the left side tonight. And all the way over to the left. And then pause here with your eyes closed or at least heavy. And tuck up into a little tiny ball, get nice and cozy. Feeling your mind calm, clear. Any worries of the day dissolved. Feeling your body relaxed and open. And feeling body, mind and breath in a little more harmony. So in tradition, we yogis would roll towards the right in the morning to honor the sun, and to the left in the evening to honor the moon. Keep everything in balance, respecting both energies, masculine and feminine. So keeping the eyes closed, when you're ready, using your hands, gently press yourself up, coming to sit in any comfy seated position. And bringing the palms together at the center of the chest. And lift the chest slightly, bowing the head slightly. And the heart and brain become a little more connected. Always feeling grateful for your body and everything that allows you to achieve. Leaving here tonight knowing that there's a place inside each and every one of us in which the entire universe resides. This is a place of love, of light, compassion, joy, and of peace. And when you are present in that place in you, and I am present in that place in me, and we are all connected. We are one. Namaste.